Round 2. We got Franch. What up, Franch? He's our fucking good friend, and I'm so excited to
I
have
think he
him on
has a
stream.
player thing if you scroll down a little more, right?
Yeah, he's a lesser-known grinder, but a lot of good day 2 finishes at big events. He's also been playing for a while. He's known for drinking whiskey and has a good whiskey collection.
I picked him because first round 2. I didn't know he was playing Dash IO, but let's get some Dash IO out of the way real quick. What's cool is he's going to be playing against Hala. So this is our one of Hala player who already has a win. So that'll be cool to see the latest hero besides Omens. One of the 4 most recent heroes is Hala.
Wow, he
And
shuffles cool.
Hala is going to be getting even better with this Warrior Pack Mastery. Mastery Pack Warrior that's coming out in less than a month.
Warrior Pack Mastery. Pack Mastery.
Warrior Master Pack.
Apparently, French is a fucking Gugaba champion.
I think, yeah, that there's
I don't know
one,
what season, but he's a prior
there's
champion. So
one-
we got
there's like 4 big tournaments a year, so France won one of them.
well, that's why he's the champion.
Yeah.
That's what that means, I would assume. He's got 4 points this season. He's in
Yeah, been
141st
super
place.
busy, but
But that's fine. He's a young father, and he's got other things on his mind, which is understandable, if not a bit obvious,
Right.
as an excuse.
true.
But yeah, I'm excited. I don't know much about Hala.
It's hard to deck build when you're building a person.
Wow. That's been my excuse this whole time because I'm working on myself, as we all should be. But yeah, I'm excited. We got Dashio versus Hala. As the warrior guy of our crew, Blake, how would you feel
Hala
going into this?
This is going to be interesting because it's going to be very quickly. If you're playing Hala, you're feeling confident in something that a lot of people aren't feeling confident in.
Yeah.
So I think it's something where, did you put any tricks in your deck? Literally, most people that you're going to be playing against have no idea what you're doing. But Hala feels like more of a pure numbers deck. And all of this equipment, what you're going to be doing is I'm going to be blocking random breakpoints from you all day because I have dynamos. And what's cool is, hey, every time I play somebody, the first minute is them reading my equipment because they've never seen this. And what can happen is if you overblock me, I can use my legendary chest plate, the Paragon plate, to take a counter off of my sword, which will give me a resource to maybe swing the sword a second time if I'm low on resources, or it'll give me a resource to play an attack reaction that maybe I would not have been able to play and go over the top.
Does the sword have go again? The sword doesn't have go.
The sword gets go again if you have a flurry token going.
Okay.
And it's something where Hala uses less go again than most warrior decks because the hero power and the sword work together. The arm piece for everybody, if you sharpen the Zenith Blade, you can pay 1 and destroy this to sharpen it another time. I would see that as more of an in-game play because there's not a lot of on-hits for Hala. It's mostly I need to sharpen my sword as much as possible, make it as sharp, because if I have 4 counters on this sword and swing it twice, it's like I swing my sword.
I swing my sword
4 times instead of 2.
I'm gonna swing my sword.
France is like, cool that you did all that. I'm gonna go search for a Teclo Pounder and have a perfect start on turn 0, which you probably hate to see if you're Johnny, but if you have a hand that works, it's like you're basically going first now. And they're just playing old school Dash that got a Teclo Pounder as their cheated and got a Teclo Pounder as their first thing.
You think Hala's running a good amount of D-Reacts?
That can be something that you game plan for, because if you're running overrate blocks, it's a math deck. So if my math is better on offense and better on defense, you should technically win. It's just all those things where that just gets obliterated by a max velocity of there's nothing in Johnny's deck that does 2 for 10. So he's going to lose that math if we get to that point. We're going to sharpen a sword, go to 4. Then we're going to play an attack reaction. Ooh. This sharpens again. This is one from Compendium, Display of Craftsmanship. This is the first time I've seen this played out. And it's not a deck I run in my Hala stuff, but it does make a huge sword. And France is probably going to go cool. Because there's no on hit, it doesn't affect my hand. I'm just going to take 9.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm going to...
Clap back.
Right.
Oh, he's already got... Oh, yeah.
Interesting. If he plays that item, there's nothing in his graveyard currently to go grab. So whatever he's doing now, he may just go grab this Expedite again afterwards. And this is Expedite for 5 because, of course, what Teclo Pounder does is it adds 2 to your first boosted attack every turn.
Boost. So, Valiant Dynamo blocks for 1, and you can remove the counter when you attack twice with your weapon. Is that correct?
Once you swing the second sword, it's up to you to remember I can remove a -1 defense counter from this at the end of my turn.
But Zenith Blade doesn't have... Does it have... Naturally, you can't swing with it twice, so you'd have to play something like Twinning Blade or something.
If you have a flurry token, Zenith Blade gets
Can
go
we-
again.
But can you swing the sword twice?
Yes.
Oh, because it's not...
Because
it's-
flurry says you're allowed to swing a weapon a second time.
Okay. And then how do they get flurry tokens? Because they got to do sharpening and flurry tokens. It seems like hoops
Yes.
that we're jumping through on Johnny's side.
Flurry tokens, you can almost think of them like the lightning flow of Mastery Pack Guardian. Of there's certain cards that have parameters. If you have a certain amount of sharpen tokens on, +1 counters, you can make a flurry. There's other cards that if you prevent damage, you can make a flurry based off. Edict of Steel is her thing. Toe of the Line is her thing. These are all things that advance my gameplay but make a flurry, and flurry tokens are how Hala is going to be able to hold serve and not fall behind with most decks.
Gotcha.
If you're not making flurry, you are losing.
Okay. Well, sadly, we just boosted away Teclo Pounder, so that sucks for that side of the table. But, you know, the game is young. Although, France is down to 27 already.
Which was one big 9 damage sword. The other thing that is very fun when you are a warrior playing against a mechanologist, what's your favorite mechanologist D-react?
You know, the one...
They don't exist.
The Teclo
Paul.
Foundry Heart?
It is a trick question because the mechanologists do not have D-reacts, and mechanologists have to play only mechanologist cards to make boost work. So anytime you play an attack reaction on a sword that you're swinging at a mechanologist, you know anything you say after they block is going to go through.
Yeah.
It is an almost not easy matchup for warriors, but I think that takes a lot of mental off your brain of, is my opponent going to react or not?
For sure.
Is Dash a good blocking deck, in your opinion, Colin?
I mean, old school Dash better than Dashio.
Right.
Dashio runs a lot more items, so probably blocking less, but she's got a great set of equipment, you know, a lot of blocks there, but yeah, it's not traditionally that good at blocking, but you know, you don't need to block when you're just pounding someone into the ground.
Yes, but the pounding is coming from Johnny because Swordmaster Shine, that's one of my new favorite cards. He plays it for free basically because there's already counters, taking the sword from 5 to 10 after France said no blocks. So after 2 sword swings, Johnny's done 19, which is over half of France's life. Like, what is your plan, France? We got to go now, brother.
I mean, he's setting up. He's got his core. He's got his pounder. He's got his grenade. You know, he's doing his Dashio thing. But yeah, it is challenging. I haven't seen him. Yeah, I don't know if the boom grenade kit off the top of the deck, but That's always been the one thing that I liked about Dashio is that you just fuck with the top of your deck because
Mhm.
that seems fun. But yeah,
And then you
Hala
go play another deck afterwards. You're like, oh crap, I'm touching my cards. My bad. Sorry.
I'm sorry, I looked at every single one of these cards. Judge, please. Hala looking very strong right now in this matchup. I'd be surprised if France has much. No, I thought that was a Spark of Genius. It's something else. Has much experience playing against this deck. I think there's probably about 8 players of Hala around the world right now. So, shout out to all of you. I hope you're all watching the stream and getting some inspiration from Johnny here, who I actually don't know if they're both one. Are they both 1-0?
Yes.
Okay, great.
That's
yeah.
why they're here. We're doing winners most of the way through.
And the life bar goes down. I love these life bars.
Just one more time here.
I think the other thing about Hala is I like the deck. It seems like it does cool things, but just realizing that Mastery Pack Warrior is on the horizon, it's like play it when those cards come out. I don't think I would play it for the Pro Tour next week, especially if you have a bunch of reps into Dorinthia. So I'm expecting more Dorinthias, which did happen today. There's 5 Dorinthias, 1 Hala. And I think if you have your Dory reps, you would be a good Hala player because they're not drastically different. I think it's more of like if you were good at Chain, you could probably figure out Briar. It's like if you're good at Dory, you can probably figure out Hala.
I think a blind cat could figure out Briar.
Oh my gosh. To all the blind cats watching right now,
Dude, shout out. We love you.
I am so sorry.
We love you. Yeah, I mean, this isn't. I don't know how good. I mean, all right, Johnny's down to 27, so, but he also just was like, I don't care, I'll take this damage. So I feel like there's some. I think France is still in a bit of danger here. It feels like he hasn't been able to set much up. I think boosting that second Teklo Pounder was pretty unfortunate.
But Valiant Dynamo was not refreshed because the sword was not swung twice.
That was the thing. That's why I asked about that earlier, because I feel like, at least from what I've seen him do so far, it's like there's not a lot of ways to make flurry tokens. So like it's kind of hard to really get a lot of value out of Valiant Dynamo. Valiant Dynamo. That's what we were looking for.
The other thing that maybe people need to learn their first time through a Hala thing is flurry tokens do not stack. They all break at once. So it's not something where you could, I'm going to use my fealty 1 by 1. That'd be really cool if flurry worked like that, and I think Hala would be way more consistent. But that is not how that works.
Oh, dang. Did he boost 2 harpoons?
Is that irrelevant to this? So it's just
He said, this is a really strong card, but not right now because I don't have anything I care about. Johnny said, all right, I'm
Here
going
we
to try to
go.
kill you next turn is what this looks like.
Yeah. We're stacking damage.
What's crazy is France hasn't used a single piece of equipment. So the 17 is kind of more like 24.
Yeah.
24 or
What's
something.
in his arms? I don't know what that was.
His
Is that
arms,
Cogwork something?
yes. That's a 2 block from the Pirates.
Mm,
But it doesn't say the word pirate on it, so Dash can wear it.
nice.
And then if you block with it, you make a cog, which I'm not sure if France is like banking on that cog happening,
Yeah.
but I don't know what that would do for Dash IO. I think it's more just 2 block
It's probably just
because
a
I'm playing
2-block,
against
yeah.
a warrior.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because there's no other. What are there other arms?
Have you seen Teklo Trebuchet before, Colin?
2000.
Yes.
Yes, I have seen this.
This is, I think, a clear upgrade for Mechanologist of what's your least favorite blue 1 damage card. Now this blue gets 3 value, and we can breakpoint all day.
You know what my favorite blue is? It's that T-bone.
Cheers!
Let's go.
So Brimming Blade is the strongest sharpening thing we could do. It's pay 1 to get 2 value of the counters, but if you swing your sword twice, it's pay 1 to do 4. Which, how's that the strongest? Because that math is so bad for most of the other heroes. But maybe there's some time. We could swing 3 times with Hala. How is that possible? Well, there's an old card from Crucible that says you may swing this card again But then that does require you to have Go Again as well, because the hero power working with the Flurry token, working with the sword, only gives your first swing with Flurry token Go Again. So then that is something where I was so excited of. I feel like it'll be super easy to swing 3 times. It is kind of more of like you have to plan for this and set it up. But that's when Brimming Blade would be a 1 for 6, and that math is like way better. Also, Beck and Steel, very smart idea. This is how you can sneak an attack in. This is a new card that has a new keyword that we're all used to, but the keyword is attack, which is basically just that sword you see, it's going to happen again. And when that is crazy, you need to be aware of this because...
What does that mean? Like immediately or after?
After this resolves, put the sword in another chain link.
Yeah, okay. That's crazy.
And how can I see this coming? How can I see this coming? It's literally happening right now. And it's like, if my opponent is swinging at me with Hala with 2 counters on, Beck and Steel is live because Beck and Steel makes the 3rd one.
And then is that a Blade Flurry?
Blade Flurry, let's go.
Flurry, but it doesn't make Flurry tokens.
People are going to be playing Hala.
People are going to be mad.
I'm very impressed by this deck from Johnny because Beckoning Blade feels like not a magic mystery card that only happens every once in a blue moon. He set it up in the middle of a tournament and took a bunch of damage, and now he's swinging the sword 3 times on a Brimming Blade turn. So everything is working out for him. He knows where his deck can get the highest potential, and he's pushing France to red life right now, and will get to refresh his dynamos. He's in a perfect spot.
That was a lot of synergy between all the cards. Yeah, I think that's like not having looked at his deck or know what this hero is really all about. Feels like exactly what you're trying to do. If he had a Flurry token in there, even better. But that was pretty sick.
He almost should have broke his arms to get another sharpened thing to get 3 more value that turn. But I think maybe that would have been 2 telegraphed, or maybe he was 1 resource off of doing that. Oh, if you would sharpen, pay an additional time. Maybe he was just 1 resource off.
Yeah, I feel like he didn't pitch much that turn.
And then I'm going to crank it so I'll get 2 action points here.
All right. France is popping off, as they say, or they used to say.
This is a big attack that on hits will do more damage.
Oh, boy.
I will block 8.
Yep.
That'll make sense. The other thing against playing against Mechanologists is there's not really much attack reactions either.
Yeah.
There's some
the
types
boom
of things
grenade
you can
does
do.
make it annoying, though.
Yeah. You can boom grenade off the top as a reaction, but if you perfect block something, it's usually going to be fine.
Nice. I mean, not bad. France played a lot of cards, so that's fun. Good for him. Doesn't look like he's getting any damage through, but he did strip Johnny's hand, which I think after that last turn is good because he just saw how much damage he can threaten, which, considering how much Johnny came in for, France still had a really big turn
Truly.
coming back. So that's always the threat of any mechanologist.
And his turn is still going.
Ooh, he's banishing a lot of really good cards off the top this whole game, which is unfortunate. Because that is, the Harpoon one that makes you block with equipment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he's banished all 3 of those. He's banished a Spark of Genius.
But this Broom Grenade is going to hit because I had that pay 2, go grab a red card.
Ooh. And
now I have full tempo. Cool thing that you swung a sword 3 times with a bunch of synergy. You impressed the commentators, but you did not impress me. I have the life lead. You have no cards. How did this happen to you, Johnny? And I think that is the problem of playing math decks sometimes, is look how good my math was. And it was like, well, I'm breaking the game over here.
Yeah.
I have 5 cards if
Johnny
certain cards are on top of my deck.
Half of his life lead away just to do that turn, and then now he's lost even more life,
Right.
just trying to survive.
There's no dynamo up.
And the only thing positive for him right now is that France doesn't have an arsenal, but he does have the top of his deck as -IO. Although I feel like I don't see him check it a lot.
It's something where I only care about it if I need it, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Like-
I would always be looking. You're just like, what's there? Oh, okay.
Ooh.
I'm just going to play a pounder.
Does Johnny have a reaction to push damage?
And he's got 2 cards, right? So
What's crazy is if he doesn't say the number 6, France does not care. But it's Command and Conquer.
Ooh.
That's the perfect card to have right here, but there is no arsenal.
He's still got 3 block from his equipment. Honestly, I just keep your hand. Block equipment, take 3. Doesn't have an arsenal. Who cares? Let's party.
And if France hates white border, this is really going to piss him off.
Ooh, yeah, that could be triggering.
Yeah.
Not to the point where he'll just take 6, because obviously he would lose.
Right.
But we do know some people are not down with the white border. Just
But
so
we-
funny they did that for like how long? Like
7 minutes.
6 months we had
Yeah.
white border cards.
Right.
It's cool.
I
They're
can't
just-
wait to get white border cards of Omen cards. That'll make my one deck look really... Well, that is never going to happen.
Yeah.
So.
Omens will be in print forever.
Also, we talked about him loving whiskey. I guess no free ads, but Wild Turkey hat. That's kind of interesting.
Shout out to Wild Turkey and Pet Food Express, big supporters of the show and us personally.
Sheesh.
We do love them and what they do. Different goals.
I'm gonna make a cog and then destroy the cog. So block.
Okay. He's making cogs. He's destroying cogs. That's the cogs works right there.
Symbiosis shot.
Ooh, he's got 6 counters on his symbiosis shot. That's pretty sick. And here we go. France has a boom grenade in hand.
Crank this.
Cranks it. Crank that.
Crank that. No. We were doing that earlier. In the early morning.
Boosted another maximum, or at least one maximum velocity. Just all his super powerful cards. But still, it's Dash presenting a lot of damage turn after turn without much setup. That is just a threat. Although his deck is starting to look pretty thin, but I don't think really threatening to fatigue himself at this point.
This is like the murderer's row of items you don't want to see when you're under 5 life. Of if the boom grenade hits, I die. There's a pounder that's going to make it hit.
And I just get to go grab whatever card I want.
Yeah.
Is that a
and
red backup
It's
protocol?
mostly always red, yeah. I think the other thing the thing where you just scoop would be the convection amplifier. Some people run one of those to make the dominate, but I'm wondering if that's fallen out of favor of like I can just run my turn 4 turns of aggression will get the last 4 damage. I don't need a convection amplifier.
Sometimes need that convection oven, though. Helps cook those potatoes real crispy.
Cook this fool, France. Jeez. He's not a fool. He's playing Hala at the highest level.
He's done well, but...
He's towing the line?
And then come in for 2.
Yeah, I got the tank.
Yep.
Wow.
Stripping cards, taking damage.
However, the flurry token is up. And this is right where Johnny wants him.
Yeah, and he passes his turn.
Because if he has 1 blue, if he can somehow France draws a bunch of items.
Flurry breaks when you attack. Is it?
When you attack, it's not popping at the beginning of turn and getting wasted like some other tokens.
Yeah.
This is pitch a blue, swing my sword, it has the flurry, and I'm swinging the Zenith Blade for 4.
Yeah, if it was his turn, though.
Yeah.
Which it's not.
True.
So he's going to hope he gets a moment of respite to, maybe an ominous respite.
Oh, my goodness. Not that card.
To maybe clap back at France here. But it's not looking hella good.
Going to 1.
Pardon my local.
Doesn't want to block with Paragon Plate. I feel like he still has 1 block on that, but I'm not. Oh, and that's where you get punished very hard immediately by the outpace showing up.
And then 2.
Yeah, you got it.
Jeez!
Dang. He showed him. He showed him. He had it all the way down. That's our boy France. Congratulations. 2-0-IO.
Hey, I said congratulations. Dash.io 2 times in a row. Why are we doing Dash.io? I feel like this is the premier aggro deck now, though.
Yeah.
And that is what's going to happen. It was also very interesting to see Hala, because Hala is 5 health away from beating the premier aggro deck and how it went. And, like, the whole thing we're going to do is play my 60 versus your 60, and the permutations of our cards could help me out a little bit.
Yeah.
And if Hala gets 3 or 4 upgraded cards where 12 of her cards are better now or more synergistic from Mastery Pack, that kind of is where you would get 5 more damage from.
Yeah. I'm curious if he had played that kind of turn 3/4 of the way through there a little bit differently, didn't just tank so much damage, if that would have helped at all. But I don't know. The